and gentlemen, hey, welcome to Renee Boxing, a platform where we simply discuss, critique, analyze, simply talk about sport of boxing in a level-headed, mature, coherent fashion. Subscribers since day one, recent subscribers, we appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for jumping into the flash live such as this, and all that good stuff, man. You already know, man. We got the vet in the building. How's my guy doing, man?
Hey, what's going on, big bro? How's everything, man? We can't hear you.
Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Everything's good, man. Rolling with the punches, and I was just chatting on here. Yeah, man, definitely, man. So, family who's jumping in the building, we appreciate y'all, man. My brother's keeper, thank you guys so much, man. Anthony Johnson, just do, man. Everybody who's jumping in, we appreciate y'all, and those who will tune into the, playback family, salute. We appreciate you all, man. Things. Life goes by. Things happen in life, but we got to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep rolling with them punches, fighting in life. That's what I'm talking about. Pop, 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 pop. Hitting it with the jab, uppercut. It is what it is, man. And it's fun. It's great. You know what I'm saying? And the sport of boxing has been fun. You know what I'm saying? And, but first and foremost, before we get to that, because there's lots of things to talk about, as you guys see the thumbnail, I just put generally here the title, tune in, boxing talk. But the thumbnail kind of, gives an idea of what I want to talk about, what I want us to talk about. And, other things, obviously, because there's just so much. So first and foremost, man, the vet, how you doing, LeVar? How's everything going, man? All good?
Yeah, man, everything's all good. A little slight break from school. I have one class going on right now, but I can't complain, man. It's going great, man. I'm almost there. I'm almost to the finish line. So other than that, just enjoying life, being happy, keeping my mental health strong, and once again, man, just enjoy what I'm doing.
That's what it is, man.
How about
keeping
you?
Our inner peace. All good, man. All good. You know what I'm saying? Hustle and bustle, work, life and stuff like that. But all good, man. Definitely. All is good. All is well. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? And enjoying the sport. Definitely. Enjoying the sport. Yeah, definitely, man. Family's right there, man. Just do. Thank you guys so much, man. Everybody who's been tuning in and we last time we went live, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, man. We just been busy, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we plan on doing it and boom, things come up, but it happens, you know what I'm saying? But we're here definitely, man. We plan on keep pushing this, and you already know how we do it, man. So definitely, man. So much going on in the sport, LeVar. So much, and it's fun, man. I'm enjoying every second of it, man. I'm enjoying the events, enjoying the fights. The landscape, LeVar, has been shifting. It's been shifting, Saudi Arabia, Riyadh season gig going on by this guy, Turkey. 5 versus 5, Queensberry Promotions versus Matchroom Promotions. Crazy stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just, it's fun, man. I'm definitely enjoying what we're seeing in the sport. This guy, Turkey, man, salute to him. Really bringing, some nice events, nice matchups that, fans want to see. LeVar, Bivol, Beterbiev postponed. That was a big kick in the butt. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's an official date for this year. I just forgot which month exactly, but it's later this year. Bivol versus Beterbiev, light heavyweight, undisputed championship bout. I cannot freaking wait for that one. But in the meantime, replacement and Bivol just fought the other day. You know what I'm saying? Bivol just fought against this dude. I have no idea who he was, but it was a fight. What can Bivol do? It's not his fault. You know what I'm saying? Biev got injured. Whatever he had to do, he had to take care of the business. Salute to Bivol. Salute to Biev. Had to take care of his surgery, whatever. So, Bivol took care of business, LeVar. You know what I'm saying? He got in there. They had this little headbutt going on, a little rivalry during the fight between rounds. And what did Bivol do right after that? Took care of business. Beast mode unleashed. Got him out of there. Get out of here. I got BF business to worry about here. So get out of my face. That was a beautiful fight. But hey, Champ Ross, hey bro, what's going on, man? We appreciate you. Thanks so much, man. Throughout the months, man, definitely my guy LeVar tells me that, you've been looking out for us, asking and stuff like that. And everybody who's been, asking about us, we appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. Y'all community, you know what I'm saying? We're community and we appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much. Keep them prayers up for us, you know what I'm saying? Like we do for you guys, you know what I'm saying? And thank you guys so much. Let's get to this because we got to take advantage of our time, LeVar. Okay. Talking about that 5 versus 5. Oh man, let's start with Wilder. This is a post-fight reaction kind of thing. There's so many fights, too many things, but I just kind of want to focus on just a few points in this session, man. One of them is Wilder, man. I think everybody, kind of coincides and agrees generally, when we assess Wilder and his performances, his last few performances, I'm not necessarily, you know, considering too much the Helenius performance. You know, the fight he did against Helenius, he did what he had to do. Helenius, you know what I'm saying, it's Helenius. I mean, there's not much to talk about with Helenius, all due respect. But, you know, Zhang, I personally, you know, I've given my analysis on, you know, Zhang Lavar ever since he fought Joyce. And I said, you know what, it looks like the hype train, the hype is going to go towards Zhang now that it beat Joyce, because a lot of people, Lavar, we said this months ago, talking about, you know what, Joyce is just hype, man. This guy's just hype, man. I mean, you know, he can fight. Yeah. But, you know, when he steps up higher, he's going down. Lo and behold, Zhang did that. You know what I'm saying? Zhang did that when we already knew what was going to happen. I mean, didn't think it was going to be against Zhang, though. But you know, sooner or later, we thought, you know what, Zhang, Joyce, it's just what it is. You know, fighters have certain levels and they stay there. It's just the reality of the sport. You know what I'm saying? Any competitive sport, that's how it is. You know, so Zhang comes, brings the hype. You know what I'm saying? And now, you know, fights Wilder, Lavar. After the Parker fight, I really started saying, okay, yeah. Even before it, even the Tyson Fury fights, man, I was like, nah, Wilder. And Malik Scott, a mix of all these things, Lavar. You know what I'm saying? Switching over to Malik Scott, the Fury fights. Sometimes fighters just aren't the same. And then he fought Parker, and I was like, nah, man, Wilder. I don't know about Wilder anymore, man. I just don't think so. And then he fought Zhang. I didn't really do any predictions or anything like that, but, you know, on the final face-off they had, I was looking at Zhang. I was like, nah, man, Zhang is like some sumo beast. He's going to be really hard to beat. I didn't post it on internet or social media or anything like that, but I was just thinking in the back of my head, Zhang is a sumo wrestling type of tough guy. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard to get this guy. It's going to hard to beat him. It's going to be hard to beat him. We'll see. Lo and behold, everybody saw the fight. You know what I'm saying? Wilder gets knocked out in whatever round he got knocked out in. I think round 5, something like that. And Lavar, go ahead and give your 2 cents on Wilder, bro.
I know I've been hard on Wilder, and hey, Just Do, yeah, my brother from another mother, man. I know he's your boy, and you know I love Wilder, man. I've said some things about him, but it was just things just to help him tweak his skill set a little bit. But you know, I appreciate everything Wilder has done for the sport of boxing. I mean, he's done a lot of incredible things, you know. Defended his title 10 times. You know, it's he doesn't get enough credit when he should, because at the end of the day, man, he's fighting in the heavyweight division. We all know one punch can, you know, end your career, and for him to do the things that he did was remarkable. I just wish that he didn't go to Malik Scott, you know. Back when when they first announced that Malik Scott was going to be his coach, I really wasn't, you know, happy with it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that was his choice. Everybody wanted to, I wouldn't say everybody, but some people wanted to give Malik Scott the benefit of the doubt. I just wish he would have went with somebody else, maybe like with a Virgil Hunter, that can help motivate and push him and change up the way that he fights a little bit. I think that Virgil Hunter would have been a great asset to Deontay Wilder, because look at what Virgil Hunter did for Andre Ward, Hall of Famer. There's a lot of great things that he did for Andre Ward. I was watching the Andre Ward documentary yesterday, so shouts out to Virgil Hunter. You know, under Malik Scott, he went 1-4. You know, that's tough. But then again, Wilder's been in some tough fights. I think after the Fury fight, I would have trilogy, excuse me. I think he should have had a confidence fight, a confidence boost fight. You know what I'm saying? To help rebuild his confidence. And I believe, once again, shout out to Just Do. I want to say Just Do did a one of his shows last year. I think he talked about Deontay Wilder going on a retreat. A spiritual retreat.
Yeah.
You know, and you know that was good for him. But I would have wished he would have, you know, after taking that vacation time, came back and had a little confident booster fight with somebody to help get him back to who he used to be. But then again, I understand that aspect of it, as you know, you've been a fighter for so long, you might lose that fire. Like I said, you know, I did 20 years in the Marine Corps. At a certain point, I kind of sort of lost that fire, that drive, and I knew it was time for me to exit out and let somebody else take over. So I get it, I understand it, but I really think that he doesn't get enough credit. And like I said, yes, I've criticized his skill set. It's just only because I wanted to see him be undisputed so bad. But at the end of the day, yes, it's good for you to say good things about a fighter, but you also got to say things that can help make them better. When you keep praising a fighter so much, you know what I'm saying? When you praise a fighter so much, they can get to that place where when they do get criticism, they don't know how to take it well. So I think for some of the content creators here up on YouTube, don't always say the good things. Say what also say the things that they can improve on, because that will help make them a better all-around complete fighter. So at the end of the day, man, shouts out to Wilder and his team. I caught Tay, his stablemate. He went live, I think, last night or the night prior, talking about Wilder wants to continue to fight, and if that's what he wants to do, then by all means, who are we to tell him when to stop and when to keep going? So at the end of the day, if Wilder wants to continue to fight, let's just see what happens, man. Wilder wants to ride the wheels till they fall off, and I mean, I understand that it was a tremendous loss. But we really have to put a little bit of yes, it's Wilder's fault, but we got to put a little bit of the blame on Malik too, because we did not see any improvements in Wilder's skill set since he's taken over. Once again, 1-4.
No,
1-4.
No improvement. No, not really at all.
No improvement at all. But once again, man, let's stop trashing these fighters and start uplifting them, because at the end of the day, you know, these guys are putting on a show for us. They're putting on a show for us. They're keeping us entertained. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit up here and bad talk Deontay Wilder. I'm not going to sit up here and call him trash. I'm not going to poke fun. At the end of the day, man, this guy did some amazing things, and he will be a Hall of Famer. That's all I have, Renee.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's the thing. People go to the extremes. We try to keep it as balanced as possible. I personally don't know, man. I still got a big question mark about, over my head on Wilder. As far as fighting the top competition, we'll just see how it unfolds, man. These kinds of knockouts and and you're a heavyweight.
I think, at the end of the day, I mean, I know a lot of people want to see him retire, and there's nothing wrong with that. They don't want to see him take any further damage, but I'm on the fence. At the end of the day, I would like to see what Wilder would look like with the new trainer, but then again, his health is important. So if he decides to retire, that's fine. If he decides to fight on, that's on him, because everybody said the same thing about Roy Jones. Roy Jones could have retired after the first time he beat Antonio Tarver. He should have rolled off into the sunset. That would have been perfect for him. He beat John Ruiz for the heavyweight title, and then he beats Antonio. He goes back down to light heavyweight, and then he fights Antonio Tarver for the first time. Roy could have rolled off into the sunset, but what did he do? He decided to give Antonio Tarver a rematch, and then we saw what happened. And then they fought again for the third time. So at the end of the day, I think Deontay Wilder will make the right decision. Let's just see what happens. Let's give it some time, and let's not be judgmental on what he should do, because at the end of the day, Deontay Wilder is a grown man. I really think that, one, he should fix his personal life. I know that he has a lot going on in his personal life, and then if he does decide to come back, making it against an opponent. I don't care. It can be an opponent that he knows that he can beat. Just have something that can boost your confidence back. But we never know. His mother wants him to retire. So at the end of the day, he might listen to his mom and walk off into the sunset. But at the end of the day, we can't go wrong. Deontay Wilder has given us the excitement that we needed to see, especially in the heavyweight division. Like I said, those 3 fights with Fury took a lot out of him. But I just wish he would have just came back and just fought like a tune-up. 1 or 2 tune-ups to get him back to being the person that he was being. And also he he abandoned his jab at the beginning of his career. His jab was his asset. That was his tool. That was the key. And because he was knocking everybody out with that right hand, he kind of sort of forgot about it, which is fine because the right hand was doing the job. It was getting people out of there. It was making them have a short night. You know what I'm saying? Going in there and knocking these guys out. But I just wish he would have kept that jab going throughout his the rest of his heavyweight career, if that makes sense.
Yeah, my fault, guys. Little internet,
no, it's all good.
Internet issue going on. Was everything good? You just kept going?
Yeah, I just kept going. I had a feeling you had to reset your Wi-Fi or log back on.
The good thing is that this platform doesn't have like some kind of default where if I disconnect here, it doesn't cut you off. So that's a good thing, man. He's right on. Cool. So yeah, the thing about it is this, like I was saying, that we try to keep it as balanced as possible. I got a question mark over my head still, with Wilder as far as his safety and his well-being and health, man, because this is a heavyweight division, man. I mean, Wilder, these guys have been getting punched, man. You know what I'm saying? The heavyweight division is no joke, man. And I just want him to be okay for his daughter, his family, his loved ones. Wilder's mom is actually, if I'm not mistaken, recommending and hoping that he retire, you know what I'm saying? And, for the sake of his family, but, like you said, bro, he's his own man. He does what he wants, you know what I'm saying? He does if he wants to continue, may he continue, But Malik Scott, all due respect to these coaches, man, but I think he really has to improve. Real quick, man, let me just salute to the chat real quick. Sylvester Salam, what's going on? Oh, man. Hey, how you doing? We appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys so much for jumping in the building. But yeah, man, if he's going to continue, I think everybody knows, work on the fundamentals, get that jab up a little bit more, that crisp speed. I don't know, LeVar, what the game plan was with Wilder, weighing in at 213, 216 pounds approximately. Freaking Zhang was... I think that part of the game plan was for the speed, to be light and quick on the feet. But, I don't know. What do you think about that with the weight, man?
Well, we all understand that Deontay Wilder is not your really true heavyweight. Once again, in our previous lives, I've said that he's like a hybrid heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? I just wish he would have filled out more. And what I mean by that is, we all know Deontay Wilder's big up top, but he's small down bottom. I've always said that he has to have that base. I wish he would work more on his legs so that he can be able to have the power from the legs to be able to throw those punches. To me, during that Zhang fight, he just seemed like he was just off balance, leaning too further over his front foot, and he just got hit. He got hit right on the button, right on the nose.
Yeah, that's right.
So I wish, once again, and I've talked about it, about Rachel Donaire and Nonito Donaire, how Rachel told Nonito, you need to work out your lower legs so that those legs can take you the full 12 rounds if it have to go to full 12 rounds. I really would like to see Deontay Wilder fill out like what he did previously. I want to say it was maybe in the third fight with Fury. I think that's when he was a little bit bigger.
I think
it seemed like he was evened top and bottom. So that he can have those legs, so that he can keep his balance and have his balance. He just looks too skinny down bottom for me. And that's the only, besides not using his jab and his feet movement, that was just another issue that I was having, was just his legs was just they're just too tiny for me.
And if I'm not mistaken, it was in the trilogy is where, if I'm not mistaken, in the trilogy is where Wilder knocked down Fury a couple times too. So that's where you see, pretty nice performance, even though he lost, but he put up a good fight, man. He put up a good fight compared to his last couple fights, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens, man. I mean, hope the best for him, you know what I'm saying? Hope the best for the champ, and whatever he decides, but I still got a big question mark, you know what I'm saying? Justu says here, I agree that trilogy took a lot out of both. I mean, I wouldn't even go back to the rematch, bro, too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and now Parker and now Zhang. It's just like, man, one after the other. And, let me finish. I agree that trilogy took a lot out of both Fury and Wilder. Their performances both reflect that for sure. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. But we'll see what's next for Wilder, man. The age also is not favoring him. So we'll see, man. And the same, LeVar. That's the thing. People, let me get back to what I was saying. People taking it a little bit too extreme and saying, oh, Wilder was a bum. He never had it. Man, nobody wanted to fight Victor Ortiz. Nobody wanted to fight King Kong Ortiz, man. He fought him freaking twice, dude. You know You know what I'm saying? So we got to respect his run. We got to respect how many title defenses. Too much to remember for me, man. Too many for me to remember title defenses when he was, WBC champ. And we got to show that respect, definitely. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely, if it's the end, I enjoyed his career. I definitely enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed the fights. Win or lose, I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll see what's next for him, man. Champ Ross says here, Wilder needed a trainer. Will put a boot in his... yeah. Almost like a Teddy Atlas type. No, that's a problem, Champ Ross. No, this is a problem here, LeVar. I think we talked about it before when it comes to coaching sometime. Matter of fact, we love you, Kurt. Rest in peace to our guy. You know what I'm saying? Years ago, had a session there. We talked about it with Kurt, with Stormy B, OG. You know what I'm saying? We talked about coaches then and now. And it seems like coaches nowadays, man, not all of them, LeVar, you know what I'm saying? Not all of them, but it's apparent that coaches don't do this right here. What Champ Side is saying? Champ Ross, Champ Side. What was it? Champ Side. Salute Champ Side too. Champ Ross. A lot of coaches, man, they need to do that to their fighters, bro. A lot of these coaches, unfortunately, we see a lot of these teams around these fighters, man. They're being just a bunch of yes men, bro. We gotta speak it what it is. You know what I'm saying? Some of these fighters need that discipline. Not all of them, but some of these fighters need that type of discipline. A boot up their behinds. You know what I'm saying? To get them on track. Adrian Broner some time ago. I don't remember which fight it was, but Adrian Broner was mouthing off to his coach in one of the fights, man. He's like, hey, screw you, F you, shut up. And it's like, dude, come on now. What are we playing here? You know what I'm saying? This is a disciplined game mindset. You got to be humble. You have the right coach and the right coach that's going to put you in place. You know what I'm saying? That's facts, Champ Ross. That's facts right there, bro. Big facts right there. I didn't even think about that. The coach in that aspect, in that respect. That's true, bro. Definitely true. Champ Ross says there, but at the same time, you have to be, yeah, that's true too. There's lots of factors in play. You know what I'm saying? There's lots of factors in play. I personally think, man, that, I don't want to just be, downsizing him or nothing like that with Malik Scott, but I just don't see it, man. I don't see much improvement. I don't see it, man. So I'm assuming Wilder's going to continue. Wilder's a very loyal person. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to stick with Malik Scott. I personally think he's going to stick with him, and it's not the best thing, but they know what they're doing, I guess. They know what they want to do. And they, hey, Boxing Learner, what's going on, man? Hey, appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for jumping in the building. We appreciate y'all. Yeah, definitely. Keep them comments coming, man. Definitely. Thank you guys so much, man, for jumping in the building. But yeah, we'll see what's next for Wilder, man. Zhang also, I think they're talking about it, making a big mega fight for him back in China or something like that. So we'll see what's next for Zhang. We'll see what's next for Wilder. But hey, salute to both of them. Great action, and salute to both. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Okay, so now, LeVar, we got so several topics I want to talk about, but we got Tank Davis real quick. Might as well throw that in there because they just had a little session going on. Tank Davis versus Frank Martin. I think the world's gonna behold Frank Martin getting a schooling. Nah, I'm just kidding, man. I don't know. I suck at predictions. I suck. I totally suck at predictions, man. I get it wrong all the time. So I actually thought, LeVar, that Eddie Hearn's team was gonna get it all, but man, it was totally the contrary, man. Frank Warren, all of them, shutout victories. I can't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I suck at predictions. I was like, nah, Hearn's team is going to blow him out the water, man. But oh my gosh, was I proven wrong? I suck at predictions. So what do you got on this, LeVar, all around? Frank Martin got skills. Can't deny that. You know what I'm saying? But I think we can all agree that Frank Martin has not even had any type of competition close to Tank Davis, close to him. No way, dude. This is gonna be the biggest step up fight, in his entire. I don't know, LeVar. What do you got on this whole fight, man? Frank Martin and Tank Davis, man.
I think it's gonna be a good fight between the both of them, especially like at the beginning. But I have a feeling that Tank's gonna take over and he's gonna KO Frank Martin. Frank Martin, like I said, I said he's the dark horse of 135. You know what I'm saying? But he really hasn't fought anybody to the level of Tank. And I'm not counting him out because, like, at the end of the day, there's always one punch can either end the fight or change the fight. So there's you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he can't win because he can, but I'm leaning more towards Tank. I really haven't seen the full skill set of Frank Martin. He did a phenomenal job against what's his name, Michel Rivera. Michel Rivera or something like that. So he fought a great fight. That was a great fight that he fought. But I just think that Tank's his boxing IQ is through the roof, and I think that's what's going to push him. Tank does start off slow, so maybe Frank can do something at the beginning to try to take advantage of Tank starting off as a slow fighter at the beginning of the fight. So maybe he can do something within that time. But the longer the fight goes, I just think that Tank's ring IQ and his boxing IQ is going to be a little bit too much for Frank. And but I have Tank winning the fight. It's sad to see that a lot. I wouldn't say a lot, but some people are trashing both fighters. I think we need to give both fighters praise because at the end of the day, they're doing this to entertain us, and these are the fights that we want to see. But we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens because once again, I said Frank Martin, he did do a great job against Rivera. But we know Rivera's no Gervonta Tank Davis, so we're gonna have to wait and see. I think this is gonna be a good fight. My nerves are gonna be a little bit jittery at the beginning of the fight, but I really do have Tank winning this fight.
I kind of see it playing out like this is kind of all fighters are different, man. They're all different styles. Styles make fights, of course. I kind of see this playing out as who was the dude that Tank Davis fought? It wasn't Rolly. It was that bald dude, the bald Latin guy, Sanchez, I think his last name was. I forgot his name, but what was it?
Are you talking about Garcia?
Yeah, it's Garcia. I forgot his first name, man. But bald head guy. Okay, okay. I think it's gonna play out kind of like that, man. Garcia, not Ryan Garcia. Who's some other guy? What was his name, man? It wasn't Ryan. I forgot his freaking name, dude. But it was that guy. He's bald, some bald dude. Yeah, him. I'll get his name in a moment, but I think it's gonna play out like that. My point in this is this, man, that I think Frank Martin, it's gonna be a slow start, like you said, LeVar, and there's gonna be some success by Frank Martin. He's gonna land some shots because that's the thing about Tank, bro. He lets you land shots. He lets you do it. He stays there and he studies you for the few rounds. Very alert, using his feet, who was it? My fault. Once again, I think I didn't hear you.
Hector Garcia.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Hector Garcia. Hector Garcia, he did have some success against Tank, man. He was landing some nice shots on Tank, man. Landing some nice shots, but Tank figured him out. I think that's how it's going to be, man. That's how it's going to be against, Frank Martin. Of course, Frank has the chance of winning. Of course, like you said, LeVar, any fighter has that chance. You always say it, you know what I'm saying? Puncher's chance. I mean, and I think it's more than a puncher's chance. Frank got some skills, you know what I'm saying? He got some skills. So, and Frank Martin, based off of, we don't know these guys, you know what I'm saying? I say it's time and time again, we don't know these fighters. We don't live with them. We don't train with them. We don't know these guys. But what we see, as far as from the outside looking in, LeVar, it looks like he's really training for this, bro. He is training 100%. Frank Martin looks like a very disciplined cat, man. He looks like a disciplined fighter, really disciplined, focused fighter. I like that about him, man. So, I think he's going to have a nice shot against Tank Davis. But I think that Tank Davis's IQ and his experience, man, that he has, he's not out of his prime. He's still in it. You know what I'm saying? Tank Davis really hasn't taken any punishment, LeVar, in this career. It really hasn't. I think the most punishment maybe that Tank Davis has gotten has been against maybe Pitbull because he had an injury in one of his hands or whatever hand it was in his wrist or something. So maybe that was the biggest punishment Tank Davis has ever received. He hasn't really received any punishment at all. So Tank Davis is crisp, man. He's ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So I think Tank Davis is going to figure him out, man. I think he's going to figure him out. I'm not so sure about a knockout. I don't know if, we know that Frank Martin's chin is going to be tested. It's going to really be tested. So we'll see if he lasts 12 rounds. If he lasts 12 rounds, man, and it goes to the cards, it's going to be interesting, man. But yeah, it's that one. Yeah, Hector Garcia, man. So I think it's going to be like that, man. I think it's going to kind of turn out like that. Knockout, round 8, round 9, man. It's gonna take a while for Tank Davis probably to figure him out, take his time. He ain't gonna rush it. You know what I'm saying? Tank Davis is like that. He ain't gonna rush it. Take his time, and then just start landing the shot. Ha! Bah! There was a clip out there. I forgot which. Frank Martin's last fight. Like I said, I suck with names, man. I don't even know what this dude's name was, but he was okay. He was okay. He was doing okay against Frank Martin, man. Frank Martin's last fight. Forgot the dude's name. Hard to pronounce. I know that. It's hard to pronounce. There's a clip out there, LeVar, floating around. I forgot what round it was in, where this guy landed on Frank Martin's body. Bam! You know, nice clean shot. I think it was right hand. Bam! To his gut. Man, Frank went back and he was like, oh, snap. You know, I felt that. So there was a little indicator there that you know, LeVar, Tank Davis size fits perfectly for a knockout to the body, man. You know, slam to the body right there. So I kind of see it, a big possibility of Frank Martin getting knocked out by a body shot, man. You know, taking the knee and you know, lights out. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see, man. We'll see. Yeah, Artem. There you go. Thank you, man. Like I said, I suck with these names, dude. The last name's hard to pronounce. These guys' names, man. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Artem. Shakur. Yeah, Shakur. I forgot when that date was, but when that fight, LeVar, just, you know, piggybacking off of that, just do it's gonna probably be another chess match fight where a lot of people might be a little disappointed, fans out there, because they were really disappointed with the Granada, that one dude's fight, you know, with Shakur. So Shakur fighting him next. Yeah, so that guy. So if I'm not mistaken, Artem landed a nice body shot with Frank, and Frank felt that one. So just imagine Tank's power, bro. Yeah, just imagine Tank's power. Yeah, it was 7th or 8th around there. It was around there. Yeah, it was around towards the second half of the fight. And you know, Tank's IQ is just up there, man. It's just too high. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's just too high, man, for Frank Martin. But we'll see, man. Frank Martin can surprise us. The sport of boxing has been surprising us. Aside from the whole controversy, I don't know. I don't get into that. I'm not a laboratory freaking scientist. I don't know any of that. You know what I'm saying? But what we just saw in the ring, you know, he might pull a Ryan Garcia on us, bro. Who knows? he might pull a Ryan on us. We never know. You know what I'm saying? Frank Martin can go in there and pop, land some hooks on him. Tank can go down, but I don't see that happening, LeVar. I do not see that happening in this fight in particular. Remember what the freaking odds were, you know, with Haney and Ryan. Everybody had Haney. Everybody. The only ones that did not have Devin Haney were, you know, the groupies of Ryan Garcia. The Ryan Garcia groupies who love him because he's handsome or whatever they like him for. You know what I'm saying? It's just, but when you look at skill set and what it is, what we see on the table, that's kind of how I see it here with Tank Davis and you know, Frank Martin. I just think Tank is he's just too much. You know what I'm saying? I just think he's too much. But we'll see what happens. I think that's next week, right?
It is. I think what Frank is going to have to do, and I've seen two fighters do this to Tank. You mentioned one was Pitbull Cruz and Rolly. You got to make it dirty. And I'm not talking about like hitting with elbows or headbutting. You gotta fight Tank dirty. There, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got to get in there, and I think that's what made Pitbull successful. Was that he was making it dirty. He wasn't allowing Tank to think. He was just going straight at him, and that's the same thing that was the same thing that Rolly was doing until he got caught.
And he was doing somewhat decent. We got to give Rolly credit. He was doing something. You know what I'm saying? He was doing something. But, you know, Tank's just on another level, bro. That stuff is just, you know, Pitbull was the one who did. Now, I know there's that, you know, reason that Tank Davis wasn't fighting 100 against Pitbull. But, you know, Pitbull, he was doing nice. He was doing real nice against, against Tank Davis. And, you know, I wouldn't trip to see a rematch, as a matter of fact, man. LeVar, now that Pitbull is champ, LeVar, now that Pitbull got Rolly out the way, bro, he's the champ now. You know, now Pitbull we can say, hey, he's a respected champ. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't mind seeing. What about you, LeVar? Would you mind seeing a Pitbull Tank rematch for that belt?
I mean, I would love to see it, but I know that Pitbull's not on his hit list. I mean, to be honest with you, it would be great to see a rematch, but I think Tank is going to be looking elsewhere for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And once again, I think shout out to Just Do Boxing, man. I mean, if y'all haven't subscribed to his channel, you definitely need to. I mean, he's on point. He's not. He doesn't bring any drama. He gets to the point. He allows everybody to have their opinion. I mean, that's one of my favorite channels to go to. And I know sometimes I don't go because I have class and school and all that, but when I have the opportunity, I'm there. And sometimes I'm in there. I just don't comment. I just be listening to you cook, man. So at the end of the day, man, Just Do Boxing, that is the channel that you definitely want to go to, man. He's respectful. He doesn't blast the people in the chat. He's phenomenal and great knowledge, great boxing knowledge. Him and his cousin Ashley's Corner, man. That's another one. She's that queen. She's phenomenal. So a big shout out to Just Do Boxing and Ashley's Corner.
Yeah, definitely, man. And I wouldn't, yeah, just do like we're saying right here, Pitbull popularity. I mean, I think down the line, Pitbull rematch with Tank would be nice, man.
It would be. I think he has his hit list of who he wants to go after, and pretty soon, I guess, Just Do. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong. I think he has a fight deal, that I guess he's about to announce sometime in the near future. I don't know. I guess it's supposed to be bigger than what Floyd. Yeah.
Really? Okay, so now that's the thing. I don't get into much about this, but I've been, reading out there. It's being said on these boxing streets, man, that PBC is kind of going down, man. So maybe it's going to be a Eddie Hearn gig going on. I'm just kidding. Eddie Hearn's picking up these guys, man. Picked up Jerome Ennis, you know what I'm saying? So, shouts out to Eddie Hearn, man. I mean, a lot of people didn't think so. A lot of people didn't think it. I didn't think it when Eddie Hearn came. I'm not saying it's an American takeover, nothing like that. Of course not. You know what I'm saying? But no way. But Eddie Hearn's coming in and getting these fighters, man. He's getting these fighters. So we'll see, man. If that's the case, we'll see what Tank Davis does next, because PBC, I'm not so sure what's going on. It's an unfortunate what's going on as far as what we're hearing. I have no idea what's really going on, behind the scenes. None of us do, unless you're an inside guy, you know what I'm saying? And they're there with these people. But, and also LeVar, freaking Mayweather, LRB, I don't know what's going on there, man. But whatever it is, if it's an announcement from Tank Davis, I hope the best for him, man. And, to get him, these championship fights that we want to see. And we'll see what happens, man, definitely. So we'll see what's next for Tank Davis. Next week is that fight. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's in the card. I'm not sure if it's a main event, LeVar. Is the main event Benavidez versus that dude who I never heard of, light heavyweight?
No, I think Benavidez is the co-main, and Tank and right. Frank are the main.
Nice. So it's in that card. We can see Benavidez, and I'm not going to discard this guy, man, LeVar. I'm not discarding Benavidez's opponent. You never know, man. You never know with these. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, there's a quote out there from Floyd Mayweather. I think it was years ago. I don't remember when he said it, where he said it, how he said it, whatever. But if I'm not mistaken, he said something along the lines that it's the no names you got to watch out for, man. It's the no names that you got to watch out for. So, hey, he knew what he was talking about. Definitely, man. So I'm not going to discard this guy that Benavidez is going to fight, even though I never heard of the dude. But, hey, you don't know, man. I mean, it's going to be fun fight night next Saturday night. Definitely, man. So I can't wait, man. You got Tank Davis, got Frank Martin. You got Benavidez back in there, man. Benavidez, love watching him fight. First fight at light heavyweight. It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be awesome, man. Heck yeah. So we got LeVar real quick, man. Let's get down here real quick. Watch it. So we got, I'm not sure if we spoke about it, but I don't see much, I don't know if you call it buzz. I don't even remember when the date is, bro. Spence versus Fundora. When is that fight, LeVar? Well, do you remember?
Frank Martin and EJ, they were just doing a question and answer with PBC on Instagram Live. And they haven't announced the fight as of yet between Fundora and Earl. So I don't think it's been announced yet, as of yet. But I think it will in the future.
Oh, okay. So it's not even official. Or I guess it's just kind of like to be announced, right? TBA. Okay. Got it. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens there, man. Okay, so check this out, LeVar. This news is coming out recently. Crowley versus Jerome Boots Ennis, that is off. They're looking for a replacement. They probably already found it. They probably already found the you know how boxing news is, man. By the time we're done, they already found the freaking replacement. They're probably posting it already now. Who Jerome Ennis's replacement will be? LeVar, since Bud and Spence, bro, the welterweight division is just we're not seeing much. Stanionis, I don't even remember which freaking division he fought against Maestre, if I'm not mistaken. It was Maestre. He just fought. Stanionis just fought Maestre. It was a fun fight, man. That was a freaking wonderful fight. Stanionis, people got to watch this guy, man. And Maestre, that was a fun. Whoa, that was a back and forth firefight. But they were on the inside, toe to toe, shoulder to shoulder. Beautiful, beautiful combinations, beautiful shots from both fighters, man. If I'm not mistaken, Stanionis got the win. I think he got the win. And so when I'm saying this because Stanionis is in the welterweight, you know, he's there. He's in the rankings. He's high up there. I think he's I don't know what champ he is, if he is a champ. I don't know. You know, secondary belts, I don't know. But he's up there, man. Other than that, LeVar, that's what I'm saying, bro. Other than that, the welterweight division, you got Jerome Ennis. Who's going to replace Crowley? That's my thing here. Who is going to replace? They better be shuffling. They better be shuffling because they better be getting on it because, dude, Jerome Ennis fight is around the corner. I think it's in July. This is going to be freaking Jerome Ennis's debut fight in Matchroom and in Philadelphia. He's going to be fighting in Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken. Lots of tickets sold already. Crowley pulls out because of an apparent eye thing that wasn't checked. Whatever. Okay. Well, I don't know, dude. What you know, welterweight division, ever since Spence and Bud left it, it's just been like, what the freak is going on, man? These welterweights got to mix it up, bro. These welterweights got to mix it up, and I'm getting a little bit impatient, LeVar. I'm getting a little impatient with the welterweight division, and I'm getting impatient, LeVar, with and I think part of it is what I mentioned a moment ago. PBC, I don't know what's going on there, but the inactivity from Jerome Ennis, man, LeVar, Jerome Ennis has been inactive, bro. Not really active as I want to see him. You know, he's in his prime. He has to get these freaking fights in, man. I hope Eddie Hearn is the guy to get this guy active, man. You're there. You're a champ now. IBF champ, if I'm not mistaken. Who do you think is best to replace Crowley, bro?
Well, according to Boxing Scene, it's going to be somebody from the top 15. It can be Alexis Rocha, Giovanni Salatian, David Avanesian, Gabriel Venezuela.
Avanesian.
Yeah.
Come, you see, you know what I'm saying, LeVar? I don't know. Welterweight division right now, bro. I don't see much. Man.
Well, it's because Bud's been holding up the belts. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why Boots is like been idle is because he really wants his shot at Bud. But, you know, Bud is trying to make history. You know what I'm saying? He wants to fight at 154. And the thing about it, and I believe what I've heard is that when EJ and Fundora fight, you know, as soon as Fundora gets into the ring, I guess they're going to strip him of the WBO. And I guess Bud's going to fight for that 154-pound WBO title. So I think that's what I heard. I think I heard it last week, but I'm not too sure. But at the end of the day, man, Bud's kind of sort of been holding up the 147-pound division because they don't know what his plans were or going to be. Some people want to see him get stripped of those titles. Some people want him just to go ahead and move up to 154 and let those belts go so that those young dragons at 147 can fight for those belts. We just don't know.
So he has, if I'm not mistaken, I don't remember which sanctioning body declared him as a champion in recess at 47. I don't remember which sanctioning body, but I think that's the case. So he has, how many belts does he have there? It's 2 right now, right?
For what, at 147?
Yeah, 47.
But Bud has them all set for the IBF.
My gosh, really?
Yeah, because I want to say Boots is the IBF champion.
Wow. Yeah. Boots is the IBF, and the other ones are still at Bud's. Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah. Okay. I thought. Okay, yeah, I gotcha. So yeah, now, you're right.
There's some interim champions, but you know, Bud's not going that route.
Nah. Yeah. Okay, so it's Bud holding it back. Okay. Gotcha. Man. Oh, yeah, that's a sticky situation right there. James, what's going on, man? Hey. Black Stars in the building. We appreciate y'all, man. Thank you guys so much for jumping in, man. We appreciate y'all. We miss y'all. You know, we just get busy. Sometimes we don't have the time to go live, but we appreciate y'all, man. We're just topping up right now. You know, the welterweight division, we're chopping up that. We topped up a little bit of Wilder, you know what I'm saying? Tank Davis, Frank Martin. So, yeah, bro. I just want to see Boots back in there. I'm just wondering, LeVar, who's going to be, Crowley's replacement. Right now, I don't see anybody stopping Boots except for Bud Crawford, obviously. But I don't see Bud Crawford going back down to welterweight. I don't see it, man. I really don't see him going back down to welterweight. I think he's just going to wait it out, fight this guy Madrimov, which is wonderful. I can't wait for this fight. The card looks wonderful, LeVar. That card looks fun, bro. That card looks fun, man. This guy I mean, you know what? Let me go back to that. Let me go back to that. Just Do Boxing. Hold on. Let me get back to Just Do. Let me get to it. Bam, right there. Okay, so Just Do say here. I wanted to touch on that real quick. They call in Turki Alalshikh the face of boxing. Now, maybe it's a little bit too premature to say that right now. But what I do see, LeVar, Turki, watch this, guys. I was thinking about that this morning, as a matter of fact. I was, checking the news as I do every day, you know what I'm saying? I do this on a daily, you know what I'm saying? Check out the boxing news, see what's going on. I was thinking this morning, Turki, he looks like the modern, kind of, not physically, no, but what he's doing with the events, kind of like a modern day Don King, man, what Don King used to do back in the day. He used to put cards, bro, that were it was just championship fight cards, where it was just championship fights in the card, bro, several of them. It looks like Turki's kind of doing that, man. I mean, of course, I'm not saying he's Don King. No way. Not yet. I mean, maybe it's kind of premature to say that. Turki, the face of boxing, not yet. Sometimes people get a little bit too over it. I don't know, get a little too excited. It's too early, man, to say that. But what he's doing so far, it's phenomenal, man. It's phenomenal. It's Golden Boy and Top Rank. If I'm not mistaken, Golden Boy and Top Rank, now they're copying Turki's model. Hey, we should do a 5-5 also. And I'm not sure if they're doing it with Turki in the mix. I'm not sure. I just don't remember. But Golden Boy and Top Rank are starting to try to do that. And I think they are going to try to do that in Saudi. I just don't remember. Or if I think Turki's going to be, over that. I'm not sure. But I think it's kind of premature to say that Turki's the face right now. But I do see him doing what Don King used to do back in the day. And if that's the case, bro, if Turki does that and he keeps doing this, it's going to be wonderful for the sport of boxing, man. It's going to be awesome and phenomenal. I mean, hopefully he's getting his money back and making profit, but I don't think he really needs the profit. I don't even think he's doing it for the profit, LeVar. I think he's just doing it for the love of the sport of boxing. Who would have imagined, LeVar? Who would have imagined? Dude from Saudi Arabia, you know what I'm saying? Royal family. I don't know if he's an oil tycoon. I don't know who he is. I really don't know. I really don't know what he is, bro. All I know is that some dude from Turkey looks like he's a genuine boxing fan and is trying to make the best fights that we want to see. And I think that's freaking amazing. I think we should applaud this guy, Turki. But I think it's maybe a little bit too premature to say he's the face of boxing. It's going to take a matter of time. We're going to see, because some people out there are speculating, hey, it's just a one-hit thing. He's just going to be in here just for a little bit and he's gone. I don't know, man, but I hope he continues this. I hope he continues this ball rolling. I think it's going to snowball to something huge where all these promoters are going to start getting in the bandwagon. They have to. They have no choice. You know what I'm saying? They got no choice, because boxing fans, LeVar, are looking at the promoters now and saying, enough of this freaking robbery stuff. Enough of these matchups that we don't want to see. And I hope that happens, LeVar. What you got on that?
No, you're exactly right. I mean, he's putting on the fights that we want to see. And at the end of the day, that's where the money is. To be honest with you, I mean, he's talking about, and shout out to my aunt, Black Star Sports TV, because he talked about it as well with the Supreme Basement Talk. He wants to make Bud Crawford versus Canelo. He has the money, and we all know money talks. Yeah, right now Canelo could say, "Well, I'm not looking at Bud. I don't want to fight Bud." Right, but if the money is right, he'll end up fighting Bud. So at the end of the day, I believe he's becoming the face of boxing because he is giving us the best fights. He's not afraid to put the money out there for these fighters to fight each other. So I mean, this is what we've been waiting for the longest. You know what I'm saying? And I wish he would have been involved more sooner, because then maybe we would have gotten to see, Bud and Errol, years ago. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I think he's doing a great job making these fights. And I think there's going to be more bigger and better fights ahead of us when it comes to him.
Definitely, man. And we already got him on the horizon. We already been seeing him. So, I'm just blown away. It's like freaking boxing is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Freaking boxing is crazy. HBO went out of business in boxing. Showtime went out of business in boxing. Now you got this guy Turkey out of nowhere. Bam! You know, it's like, bam, here it is. Ha, 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 ha. We're like, what the freak? We got Undisputed out of nowhere, heavyweight division. It's like, dang, light heavyweight, freaking Undisputed now coming our way. It's just awesome. You know what I'm saying? Undisputed, but it wasn't Turkey. But we got Spence and Bud, you know, Undisputed fight, but that wasn't Turkey. But you know what I'm saying? So it's awesome. You know what I'm saying? We got Black Star here. Thanks, bro. Go take a shot of Jack in order to get, okay. Oh, man, Black Star, man. So yeah, I haven't seen you, Black Star. You're gonna be going live more often. Hopefully, got to see you back, man. And like LeVar says, sometimes, man, I'm so busy I don't even have time, you know, to keep up with the channels right now. But you know, it's just been real busy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Black Star, we need to have you back, bro. Need to have you back in this boxing streets, definitely, man, because your input's amazing. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so I can't wait. I want to see Boots back in the ring. I want to see Eddie Hearn get Boots back, freaking more active, man. More active Boots, please. You know what I'm saying? Mix up this heavyweight division. Get Turkey involved. You know what I'm saying? Get Turkey, because Eddie Hearn now is rubbing shoulders with Turkey. He's rubbing shoulders with Turkey now, man. So I know, I'm sure that Turkey has his eye on Ennis. It's like, okay, we're going to get some fights for you, man. We're going to get some fights for you. We're going to get the paychecks that you deserve. That's what I'm talking about. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. But I personally think, LeVar, Bud Crawford's not going to go back down to the welterweight division. I think it's best, LeVar. I think it's best for the sake of the welterweight division. Bud Crawford, let go of those belts. I know you love them. I know you love that title, you know, undisputed, whatever. You're not undisputed anymore, no, though. But you know, it's former undisputed welterweight champ. What you did is amazing. Keep rising to greatness. You know what I'm saying? Go for 154, go for undisputed at 154, you know what I'm saying? And get them belts at 154, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the world's watching Bud and we're seeing what he want, you know, what he's doing next. And, you know, keeping them belts hostage at welterweight division, I think it's damaging the welterweight division, man. We need to see these guys, you know, mix it up in the welterweight division, man. Black Star says, we got to chop it soon. Yeah, man, soon. Yeah, man. It'll be soon, man, my guy. You know what I'm saying? We miss you, man. We miss you, man. And all you guys, you know what I'm saying? We miss all you guys. We thank you guys so much for jumping in the building, man. So this weekend, I think we just got top rank fights, you know what I'm saying? Not really, you know what I'm saying? Just some prospects or what have you. So it's going to be nice this weekend. But generally speaking, man, gotta see Boots back in there. The names, you know, LeVar, that are in the rankings right there, I would rather see him just fight Stanionis, man. I think that's the best name we got so far. Unless Keith, you know, sticks his nose out of nowhere. Keith Thurman say, hey, I'm back. Hey, one time, you know. Oh my gosh. But yeah, man, I think Stanionis is the guy, LeVar. I think Stanionis is the guy to at least give something to Boots. You know what I'm saying? Give something to Boots. Give a fight to Boots. But LeVar, I don't see any of these other names giving them a I think Boots is just on another level, bro. I don't know, man. Do you have a specific name for him?
I mean, Stanionis is there. We had Ortiz, but you know he had to move up because he can no longer make the weight. You know what I'm saying? He weight scare.
Oh wait, hey, sorry to jump in, bro. They're still looking for a replacement for Ortiz too, man.
Yes.
Whoa.
They are. Yeah. To answer your question, Renee, I mean, hey, you have Ryan Garcia.
Oh, man.
I don't even want to get into that mess. That stuff, man. It's
yeah.
But you do have Blair Cobbs versus AB. AB is back on Friday.
Oh, I was gonna mention that, man. What you got on that? I was gonna mention that.
Man, I can tell you, big bro, like the press conferences have been hilarious, man. It's been funny. I mean, Blair Cobbs is a funny dude, man. He
he is. Yeah,
he has a little AB puppet. Yeah, so and you know how AB can be mouthy, so we gonna have to wait and see how this turns out. It's which if AB lets his hands go, then he's going. Blair Cobbs is young. It's going to be an interesting fight.
Yeah, that is an actually interesting fight according to where they're at, man. According to where they're at right now, both of them, you know, the backstory, the backstory on both fighters, according to their level, man, it is an interesting fight. It is. AB has the skills, but LeVar, I don't know about AB, bro. I don't know. Now fighting a guy like Blair Cobbs, AB has a chance. When are they fighting, bro? You got the date?
Yeah, this Friday.
It's this freaking Friday, dude? Oh my gosh, really? It's this week?
Yeah, the 7th, yes.
Heck yeah. Tomorrow, bro, it's Thursday.
Tomorrow's Thursday, yep.
Jennifer March. No, my fault. No, my fault. Wait.
Tomorrow's the 6th.
Yeah, my fault. Tomorrow's the 6th, so it's going to be Friday. Oh.
The 7th, correct.
Heck yeah, there's a Friday, okay.
There's a couple of fights. You have Kellum Wash versus Carlos Ortiz, Oscar Collazo versus Gerardo Zapata. Yeah. So there's Michael Hunter versus Cassius Chaney. So there's some fights coming on.
It's a heavyweight.
On
yeah,
Friday.
It's a heavyweight fight. Yeah, that's heavyweight. Is that the same card?
Yes, same card.
Oh, cool. Oh, right on. And so yeah, we'll see, man. Blair Cobbs and Adrian Broner. You know, if Blair Cobbs wins, that's going to be the best name in his resume. I mean, I'm saying he needs it. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be. I don't know, LeVar. It's just Adrian Broner, bro. It's just been too much of the same with Adrian Broner. I'm not so sure, bro. I'm not so sure, man. I'm not so sure. Are they fighting at welterweight?
Let me.
I don't know, man.
Check.
Can Adrian Broner? Yeah, well, Adrian Broner, yeah, he should be able to make that. I mean, he blows up a lot, though, but
147 welterweight. 10 round. Yeah, welterweight.
Wow, dude, I totally forgot. And I was going to mention that earlier. Yeah, Blair Cobbs versus Adrian Broner. Wow. So we got some fights this week. Okay, we got some fights. We got something to watch tomorrow, Friday night.
So going back to your previous question, bro, about 147. You have Stanionis, you have Mario Barrios, you have Cody Crowley, Conor Benn, David Avanesian. So it's
the names are, all due respect, but like I'm saying, that's my question. Who with Ennis, I see them all like this, and I'm not even talking about the ranking. I'm talking about like skill set. I see them all like this. Stanionis maybe like this. Other than that, man, Bud is holding it up. Let these guys fight for these belts, man. Let these guys fight and let somebody clear out that division. You know what I'm saying? And because I don't think Bud's going to go back down to 47. He ain't going to go back down to 47.
Besides fighting Boots, there's no. Right now, Bud's all about his legacy and his money. So I believe he wants to go up to 154 and become undisputed there. So then he's a 3-time undisputed champion. So.
It's just a matter of these sanctioning bodies saying to Bud, hey Bud, vacate or purse bid against defend against freaking Crowley, defend against Mario Barrios. It's like he ain't gonna do that, bro. Like you said, he ain't. That's why I say Bud's not gonna be there. So you might as well, Bud Crawford, just hey, voluntarily write a letter, do it the right way, form a way, and say, hey, you know what, vacating all these. Vacation for me in the welterweight division. I'm done. I'm gone. Goodbye. 54 is my thing, and that's what it is. Actions speak louder words. He ain't saying it, but we know where it's going. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well do it sooner than later, Bud, and stop polishing them belts. Let them go. You prove legacy definitely at 47. Continue proving legacy at 54. That's the thing about it. 47 has to move, man. 47 has to get moving. You know what I'm saying? And Boots is the guy to move it around. You know what I'm saying? And Eddie Hearn, get on it as a promoter. You know what I'm saying? Got to see him more active. Got to see him get these belts. So we'll see what happens, man. Best of my best wishes for Jerome Ennis and his replacement. We got to see who this replacement is going to be. I don't think it's going to be so. Stanionis. Yeah, go ahead.
Not to cut you off, big bro. It will be better for them to at least do like they said, top 15, the top 15, if not at least the top 10, because I'm not saying that Boots should be challenged because he has a phenomenal skill set, but make it worth his while.
Yeah, of course.
Help throw him a name that's gonna kind of sort of help him, not help him, but a nice name to have on his resume, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course. And the thing about it is this, man. This is the thing about it, LeVar, about all these fighters. I was also thinking about all this, man. This is where these fighters have to be ready. Don't freaking get ready. Stay ready, because things like this can happen, and then they're gonna go to the next guy in line. Hey, you ready? You ready? Oh no, man, I'm on vacation. I can't do that. No. Y'all fighters got to be ready, especially the top 5. Be ready all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? These challengers got to be ready. They can't just be sitting there like, oh, no. You got to be. You got these few fighters out here like Bud Crawford. I admire these guys, man. I admire them. They stay. Canelo was in freaking Italy, LeVar. And you know what he was doing? He's on vacation, yeah. But he was also running, getting the miles in, man. It's like these guys ain't playing. They're fight ready. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want to see. And I'm thinking, LeVar, if they're shuffling around and just, wasting time, look, if the longer it takes for Jaron Ennis to get the replacement, that shows me that these challengers aren't ready. They're just not ready, man. You know what I'm saying? They're just not picking up the phone. They're just saying, oh, you know what? I can't do it right now because, I got to train my 3 months and, enough of that, man. Enough of that. So, these fighters possibly missing opportunities because they ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? They're sitting there and, but we'll see, man. We'll see what's next for Jaron Ennis, because this fight is around the corner, and this indicates if they can't find no opponents, because these guys ain't ready. They're just not ready, and that's a shame. That's a shame. But we'll see, man. We'll see who's going to replace Crowley. We'll see who's going to replace Virgil Ortiz. Freaking Zoo, because the doctors determined that cut wasn't healed, which was going to be a wonderful fight, Virgil Ortiz and Zoo. That disappointed me a lot, man. But we'll see what happens, man. Who's going to replace Zoo for Virgil Ortiz, man? Virgil Ortiz. Go ahead, LeVar.
Zoo. Tim Zoo's getting better.
Oh, I know. No. Check this out. I don't know if I mentioned it. I don't know if I mentioned this. I think we did mention it. Post-fight reaction. I think we talked about this. Zoo, I think the only reason he lost was because of that cut. That was the only, bro. The first 4 rounds, he was freaking crisp, man. He was landing. It was gonna be a one-sided fight, bro. Zoo, y'all gotta watch out for Zoo, man. He's there. Once he heals up, man, he's coming back, LeVar.
And the thing is, his dad, Kostya Zoo, is actually like teaching him things in the ring with him, man. And his dad was a phenomenal fighter, man. So I know that they have a strange relationship, just like how Floyd and Floyd Sr. Man, if they can come together, man, he's only gonna get better. And right now 154 is hot. The only person that we kind of sort of don't know about is Mel Charlo. I know he got
still enjoying that paycheck, LeVar.
Yeah, but he's dealing with some personal issues as well.
Oh, okay.
But at the end of the day, man, hopefully he can get those under wraps, because man, I can't remember who did. I can't remember what YouTube content creator did something about the Charlos and how their roar isn't as big as it once was because of what's going on. So
yeah, it's apparent. It's apparent, man.
Hopefully, they can come back and get their whatever they're dealing with, making sure that their mental health is good too, so that they can get back into the ring. Because if Jermell can get everything in order, man, adding him to the 154 pound equation is gonna be even better, because you got Lubin, you got Fundora, you got Spence, you have Bud. It's only gonna get better.
Speaking of Lubin, I'm hearing Lubin's a possible name for Virgil Ortiz, as a matter of fact. I read it the other day. Lubin is a possible name. If that's the case, wow, that's a nice fight for Virgil Ortiz. That 54.
Absolutely.
Boxing is a cruel sport, man. It's a cold sport. You stay out, other people are coming in. Bam. And I hope, the reason why I say this is because of what you talked about, Mel, man. Mel and Maul, I hope they get their stuff together, man, because, the sport, it's going to pass them by, man. It's going to pass them by, you know what I'm saying? These fighters are coming in, they're mixing it up, they're getting better, they're staying active, and they're going to move people aside, you know what I'm saying? That's what the sport is, man. It's just what it is, and it's cold, but that's the reality, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, LeVar, man, any last words? I got to get my lunch on, and I got to go back to work, man. Any last words, bro?
Hey, big bro. Hey, man. Thank you so much for going live today, man. I really do appreciate you. We got to do this more often. I mean, like I said, without you, man, this wouldn't be possible for me. So, hey, man, I salute you, man. I love you like a brother from another mother. Once again, man, I'm grateful and humble. To everybody in the chat, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that post notification bell so that when Renee and I go live, you'll get the notification. Hey, take care of your mental health. Make sure that you call and check up on your family and friends because you never know what they're going through. And also, if you're going through something, don't hesitate to reach out for help. Once again, man, your health is your wealth, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Once again, salute to everybody that tuned in. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all.
Definitely, man. So much, LeVar, for your time. And family, just keep them notification bells on, man, because we want to keep pushing this, you know what I'm saying? We want to keep doing it. So obviously we're going to keep doing it. It's just when, you know what I'm saying? So keep the notification bells lit, you know what I'm saying? So that when we come back, y'all already know when it is. Hopefully we plan to get on it next week, you know what I'm saying? So we keep pushing it. But thank guys so much, man. LeVar, everybody in the chat, thank y'all so much, man. Renee Boxing on platform, we still discuss, critique, analyze, we talk about the sport of boxing in a level-headed, mature, coherent fashion. Hey, we are out, man. Jam to the beat. You already know.